Hi everybody, Cougar Comics and Mrs. Cougar on camera. It's been a long time since we did a video, especially the two of us. I don't think you haven't done one of these in a while, right? I have 11 books to show you. Apologies to everybody who's been asking me for an unslabbing for the last 2 years, and I keep saying, yeah, in about a month I'll do it. I haven't gotten to it. Finally got around to cracking them all out, and I've cut them because there's quite a few here to go through. So let's see what we get. Hopefully no unpleasant surprises. Got quite a variety here. My usual stuff, my 8.5s, 8.0s, 9.0s from my Marvel collection. Tales of Suspense 51. This one I'm a little leery about because it does have some tanning around the bottom down here, which I really didn't notice in the picture. But I'm gonna keep it. I thought about reselling it, but I'm not gonna. So I've already cut them out, and we'll just get to it. Okay, so what I saw from the outside, there's some smudging up here, a little bit down here. Of course, the tanning around the edges. Just the bottom edge, actually. The top edge looks pretty good. The staples look real good. Everything's pretty much attached. I don't see any problems with the staples, but we'll see when we get inside of it. The staples are attached real good at the centerfold. Looks pretty nice. The pages aren't that bad. They were listed as off-white. I was worried that the tanning was going to maybe carry through all the way through the book, but it didn't. Staples look real good. You can see them there. Alright, this book looks pretty good. I'll go through it later and make sure there's no names written anywhere or whatever. Not that it'll matter. But nice. You can see down here how it's tanned along the edge there. But the top is fine and the edges are fine, so that's okay. I knew that was going to be there, but that's nice. Okay, so that's pretty good. This one I've had for a couple of years. Tales of Suspense 49. So there's 51 and 49 to add to my collection. This book looks real nice. It's an 8.0. Don't really see much from the outside of it before I get into it. Again, it looks real nice. There is a, what's it? $1.20 somebody paid for it at one point. Look how yellow that is. I don't know if you can tell, but that thing's pretty yellow. Okay. Cover looks real good. It's a tiny little smudge down here. There's really no creases anywhere that I can see right now. Looks pretty nice. Okay, so this was an older slab as opposed to the one I just opened. The one I just opened was a new slab. And there was no micro chamber paper in there. This one has it, so maybe they're not using it anymore. And we have a little $1 thing up here. That's in pencil. This looks nice. Pages look good. Wonder why this is an 8.0. Nice typical art there. Centerfold looks real good. Alright, this is looking good. Wow, that book looks real good. I'm wondering why that's an 8.0. That's kind of strange. Or was it an 8.0? Yeah, it was an 8.0. Alright, so that's a winner. I don't know if they marked it down for the penciling on the back. But boy, that looks real nice. I'm looking at it from this angle right here with the light coming in the window, and I don't really see like any dents in the cover or nothing. So that's real good. Alright, 2 for 2. This next one is definitely going to need some work on it. I could see in the pictures when I bought it, there is some markings right across here. It almost looks like a strap mark or something. So I kind of took a chance on this one. I've been trying to get this one in 118 for quite a while. Came up and it was a 8.5 with white pages. So I went for it, and hopefully that'll be able to get pressed out. 5 years ago I never would have said that, but I do now. I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you pick that up in the picture there, Mrs. Cougar? Right here. You can kind of see how there's a couple lines there, but if you run your finger across it, there's very, very small dents in there. Almost looks like some kind of plastic strap or something. I wonder if this was like on the top of the pile when they sent it out or something. Let's see what we got. Alright, that was a little name down here. Somebody's book. It's not mine. Beautiful curvy art like usual. And there's the page. Try to get right to the centerfold, where I always hold my breath. That's fine. Those look real good. I can smell the book from here. Oh, very nice so far. That the strap didn't go through. Maybe it did. A little bit of a mark there. So maybe it does go all the way through the book. It's funny, I see it on some pages and not on other ones. I don't really see it there at all. It must be though if it's on the page in front of that. Ragnarok. So I was thinking that it got an 8.5 because of the mark there, and I was hoping I could get pressed out. There's a nice date stamp. Alan, date stamp. June 1st, 65. Real nice. Staples are dead center. The book's overwrapped, the cover's overwrapped just a teensy bit, but the staples are right on the spine. So that looks real good. Okay. Now we get into some of the bigger ones. Amazing Spider-Man 55. I had a copy of this from my original collection off the stands, and it was pretty beat. And I've been looking for this for a while. I bought this before this book got hotter. It's gone up quite a bit since I bought this. I think I bought this like 3 years ago. And okay. I actually cut this on the spine side. I usually don't do that because I don't want to put any stress on the book while I'm cutting it, because I use the scissors and it does kind of bend, and if I cut it along here you'll see the book bending a teensy bit, and I don't like to do that along the side. But they did have an extra piece of plastic holding it in. Oh, I thought I left it in there, but I didn't. So for some reason they had additional support along here. I've seen them do that on a lot of books. Sometimes they put it on the side or the top or the bottom, whatever, but I had to cut through that, which I wasn't too crazy about because this side of the slab was too tight. It was too close to the book, so I didn't want to do that. So this book looks real nice. Colors are real good on it. This was an 8.5. It's hard to find this book with a straight cut along the bottom. A lot of times you'll see a little black line coming up here, and it'll be off center a little bit, but this one looks real straight, which is one of the reasons I got it. Yeah, that looks great. Okay. Cover looks nice. Very good. Holding my breath for the staples. And they are fine. Real nice color on this book. Yep, staples are good there. No writing on it anywhere. Very good. Happy with that one too. Okay. That's nice. Always when you handle books, I know most of you guys know this, but you really don't want to put any stress on the spine, so I always hold it so it's either bent this way a little bit or that way a little bit. You never really want to pick it up from the top or the bottom and put any stress on this part of the spine, because that's when you get your little dings in there. Going back to this book, that's really nice and white. It's real white down here, and the lettering up here is real white, so that's a really nice issue. again, kind of curious as to why that got a 8.5. I don't really see anything with the cover. There's no creases anywhere. A little bit up along the top. This is probably what it was. I mean, it's very minuscule. There's a little bit of color break up there. But boy, that's a really nice book. This one you probably saw in one of my other videos, one of the last few that I put out. Ran across this one at a pizza/comic book store, and jumped right on it as soon as I saw that and the next one. So you already know this at 8.5 with white pages. One thing I did notice, while it still was in the slab, is there's a little color breakdown here, a little bend. That might be a little tear right there. But other than that, again, looks really nice. And that was, yeah, 8.5 with white pages. I'm going to turn this a little bit to get more light on it. Looks good. Staples are real nice. Jump right out here to the centerfold. Good. Get to smell this book too. Smells great. Yep, looks good. Happy with that one. I'll be replacing the paper. I have new paper I'll be putting in there. Yeah, that's a really nice book too. Okay. So to keep a theme going on 8.5s, there's a book I've been chasing for years. Since I started recollecting in 2002. I wanted to upgrade this one. And again, I found it at that pizza shop. And price was really good on it. And what I see from still in the slab, there's some dings along the side here. You probably can't notice them right now. You gotta kind of put it at an angle to see it, but I didn't see any major creases. Really not much going on with that. So that's the grade and the somewhat condition that I'm always looking for. Uh-oh, what do we do? Uh-oh, I have to get the scissors out. There we go. Let me see right down in the corner there, I missed it. Oh man, I've been chasing this book for so long. I love the cover. Looks real nice. Again, I don't see too much going on. Pages look real nice. What was this, off-white? I think, yeah, off-white again. Yep, those look good. Real nice. The back, a little bit tanned on the back cover, around the edges there. Really don't notice that from the outside, but on the inside you do. That's okay though. Wow, nice book. Okay, happy with that one too. Color could maybe be a little bit brighter on this one, but it's pretty nice copy. Okay, now I got a whole bunch of Fantastic Fours here. This first one is from the Monterey collection. Never heard of it. This was in an old slab. I think it was slabbed in 2001 or 2002. And if you want to freeze the camera on that, you can stop it and read that. Basically says the same thing they all say. One owner collection. He was very picky. You know, typical stuff. But I thought it was pretty cool that whoever bought it kept it, you know, held on to this the whole time. So that was cool. And I bought this, geez, 4 years ago. I think I bought this book. It's a cool read. It's different. Everybody that was in the Marvel Universe at this time is in this book. They managed to get everybody in there, from Millie the model to all the superheroes and everything. Everybody's in there, so it's pretty cool. Let's see what we got. And again, you can see how this is kind of yellowed. So it's been sitting in there for, well, 20 years now. And I do remember watching video interview with Steve Barak, and he was saying that, you know, these weren't meant to be kept in there that long. The paper was needed to be changed out and stuff like that. So I'm just doing my part, I guess. Wow, that book is really stiff. Holy cow. Beautiful, no tears. You usually get that on these square bindings, but that's really solid. I almost don't even want to open it. Look how that just snaps back like that. Wow, this is really nice. No, I don't have to worry about a centerfold because there isn't one. I'll go right to the back. That's good. A few little dents from the staples coming through, which is normal. And wow, that's a nice solid book. I think it's stiff as a board. Holy cow. Nice. Along with 3, I picked up 4. Upgrading on my current issues that I have. I had gifted my other copy of Fantastic Four Annual number 3 to Silver Age Guy. We traded some books back and forth. This is what I was talking about. This is the extra piece that they put in there to hold it down. Not sure why they do that. Maybe that edge of the book is bent a little bit or something, but I think that's good that they do that. So again, I had to cut this one along the spine, which I wasn't crazy about, but you can see that. And this one, I forget what this was. 8.5, 8.0, you can guess it's usually what they are, right? There it is, 8.5 with off-white to white pages. Book looks real solid. I don't really see much going on. There's a little color breakdown there. You can probably not even see it. Other than that, though, that looks really nice, too. Oh, beautiful. Great artwork. I think this was around the time that Kirby really hit his stride, I think. Around 66, 67, 68. Oh, another really solid book. Wow. Okay, there's a little bend down here, which is really nothing. And wow, solid. This book, too, is really, really firm. Beautiful. Colors are real nice on that. Good story if you've never read it. Pretty neat. Excellent. Okay, keeping along the theme. This is a fairly hard book to get in high grade. I suppose you can find it in high grade, but you're going to pay for it. This was the right book for me as far as I didn't see any major damage to it, no creases in the corners. It's a darker cover so everything shows up, but that's a fairly tricky book to get. This was an upgrade. Mine's about a 7.0 maybe. Alright, let's see. Very little bit of spine wear here. Other than that, again, wow. That's a nice looking book too. Staples are real nice. Get ourselves to the centerfold here. That looks real good. Right, dead center. Yeah, nice book. I don't really see anything wrong with that book. Maybe a little something down there, but it's nothing. Wow, really nice. Very happy with that. You know, sometimes I get 8.5s and I love them, and sometimes I get 8.5s and I just really not crazy about them. Okay, here's a book that I just bought recently. I got this from Mike out in Rochester, New York. Buddy of Patrick's. You guys probably all watch their videos. Over 2021, I think it was just last year, I sold a whole bunch of my books that were coverless and had stuff cut out of them and missing pieces and all that. I made a ton of money. I couldn't believe how much money I was making. I sold a FF52 that had characters cut out of the pages. There was like 5 of them cut out throughout the book. I did that when I was like 9 years old. Cover was okay. I sold that book for $350. I couldn't believe I got $350 for that book. So that and all my coverless stuff and other things that I sold, I basically bought this book with. And it doesn't look like I cut this. I didn't cut this book. I'm not gonna, well, I could do it right now, I guess. It's very rare that I buy a book this old. You know, I was at the show and I had the money in my pocket and Mike gave me a good price on it, and we looked up the notes and it didn't look like it really had too much going on as far as note-wise. One little thing that concerned me was it did say there was a stain on the inside of the cover, which I'm hoping is just a little thing that I could see from the outside. Which is, there's a little stain right there. I'm not sure if that's a stain or just a misprint. Hard to say. All right. I was hoping when I went to that show to buy something in a single digit, either an FF or a Amazing Spider-Man, but the Spider-Mans he had were lower grade, like 4, 5, 6, 0, stuff like that. And I saw this one and I just liked it. There's no Marvel chipping. The spine looked real nice. It listed the defects, and the ones that it listed, you really couldn't see them that good, so they're very minor. I'm going to cut this a little bit more before I take this out. Like I said, it's not often that I add an earlier book like this to my collection. 7.5 is a little bit lower grade than I normally get, but as you all know, once you get up in those upper grades, you're really talking about big bucks. All right, stay with me. Hang in there, Mrs. Cougar. And after this, we're making Christmas cookies, right? All right, a little bend up here, a little bend down there. Let's see how our little stain is. Anybody? I don't really see it. Huh. Okay, well that's fine. I never read this story. Didn't get it in any of the reprints. So I'm gonna love sitting down and reading this book. These things are like novels. A little tear all the way through those pages. But that's nothing. Oh, very nice. Okay. You know, I did get another 7.5 that I really liked, FF52. Got that quite a few years ago, and it was a 7.5, and it just had a tear on the back cover. And that was what I'm assuming gave it the 7.5 because there wasn't much else wrong. That's a really, really nice book. I'm happy. I'm super happy with that. Another thing I was concerned about is the staples are not dead on the spine, but they're not too far back. I was a little iffy about that. You can see there's a little, must be two little tiny little tears right there causing that piece to pop up, but that's fine. All right, boy, I'm 100% so far. Okay, last one, and the one I'm most excited about because it's a higher grade. Fantastic 414. Got a little bit of a date stamp up there. Purchased this one, I think, 3 or 4 years ago, and it was from the Joe, what's his name? Joe Gigante collection. This was on Comic Connect. I watched a lot of these as they were sold, and this one happened to pop up on eBay, and it actually sold, and I love the price that it sold for, and then it got relisted. Now, a lot of times when that happens, I have found that for some reason the book sells for less. I don't know why. It happened to me on one of mine too. Where you list it, it goes up to a decent price or whatever, the guy buys it, and then he never pays for it. The person relists it, and then for some reason it goes less, which doesn't make any sense to me. You think somebody that was chasing the book would have paid more. So I bid more on this book than what it sold for, and I ended up getting it for less than what it sold for the first time. So that's kind of how it goes. But this is a 9.0, and I'm expecting to be really happy with this one. Oh wow, it really looks nice. I always thought that this down here was a tear or a chunk missing, but it isn't. It's like that on all of them. It's just the inside of her knee. Wow, that book looks really, really nice. Let's see. I've never read this story either. Okay, I've seen several books in this collection, but I've never seen one up close. I've seen a lot of them for sale, so if I ever see any other ones, I'm probably going to jump on them if I can afford it. And there is our staples. For what I paid for this book 3 or 4 years ago, it's going for 3 times that now. Oh, really nice. Look at that. Wow, that's a beauty. Alright, I hope it was worth, like, a 4-year wait for me to do an unslabbing. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I didn't get one stinker in that whole bunch, so that's really excellent. Really happy about that. I always hold my breath when I unslab them. Mrs. Cougar's not crazy about it, but I know what I'm doing. Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a nice Christmas. Hopefully in January sometime I'm going to put up a sale video, because some of these that I just showed you today are doubles, and I'll be selling those, and I have some stuff that I've accumulated in the last year or two that I want to get rid of. So a lot of DC stuff and some older Marvels. But thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.